So what are the services from Amazon Web Services that you can actually use for each of the process? For collection, we have services like import-export, so you can actually bring data into Amazon. And then you have Kinesis, which is able to absorb and stream live data directly into Amazon Web Services. So for all those projects involving Internet of Things, you're always pushing little bits of data from all the sensors across your city or your environment. They can absorb all these data points very, very rapidly. Then where do you store them? And we have a service which we call S3, a simple storage service. It has trillions of objects inside, and so you can load any amount of objects. And you don't even have to tell us that you need a certain amount. It scales as you use. There's also database services that you can store your data into it. Okay? And then for processing and for analyzing, you have MapReduce, so you can create Hadoop clusters. Now, these terms may be a bit more technical, but what it does is it allows you to analyze your data in a very particular fashion. Okay? And you can also do data warehousing. So that's something that you can do. And finally, you need to have tools to visualize all these things. Right? There are many tools that are outside available from third party. Amazon Web Services also have some tools that allows us to do that. So that's all I'm talking about the platform, but this is only a very small picture of it because we have many more other capabilities that you can leverage on. I'm going to spend the next 3 slides talking about 3 examples of how our customers have been using Amazon Web Services for their big data and analytics purposes. This is a slide from our website dated 18th of November. So this is very recent. It's just published not too long ago. And it's from the Human Longevity Institute. The Human Longevity Institute was founded by Craig Venter, one of the 2 men scientists that actually sequenced the first human genome. The human genome is a subject matter that is close to my heart because I was a geneticist. It has 3 billion base pairs. If you string your entire chromosome in your one cell in a straight line, it actually measures 2 meters long. That's data for you. Now, how do you squeeze 2 meters of data, of DNA, into a cell that you can't even visualize? That's really marvelous. The Human Longevity Institute is really in the business of understanding the human genetics, right? And how diseases are related to changes made in the DNA structure of each one of us. So their objective is really changing medicine through genomics research. Understand the DNA, impact medical research, and how we treat patients. They've built a platform called, it's right up there, Knowledge Base, HLI, Knowledge Base. And what it does is it really takes the 4 steps that I described into this platform. And they help really collect tons and tons of data in the terabytes. And very soon they are going into the petabyte range. That's very, very large amount of data, right? They store all these things in the simple storage service that we have called S3. And they are using our compute capabilities. They are using our Hadoop capabilities, the EMR MapReduce capabilities to do the analysis of all these data points. I was also working on a project from the International Rice Research Institute where with collaborators around the world sequenced 3,000 rice genomes. They wanted to create a reference set of rice genome, right? And at the end of it all, they came out and had a store of about 150 terabytes of data. That's a lot of data. Trying to store that and maintain that is a difficult thing. But we work with them to make sure that these data sets are available to everyone in the scientific community to use. Right, and so, yes. Do I have time already? Okay. Next, very quickly, talking about financial regulatory. FINRA is the US Financial Regulatory Authority. Every day, they analyze 75 billion events that takes place in their stock market. And they're able to recreate that any time they want. The last example that I want to talk about is really about a pharmaceutical called Merck Sharp and Dome. They started off using spreadsheet, but then later on, they were able to do all these analysis from an AWS perspective because they're storing it in one single source. So they took all the data on one vaccine and they did the analysis in that data lake, as you can see on the statement over there. And they don't have to do it too many times by taking all the different spreadsheets, but then they do it now from a single source of data. And that's how you are able to transform the way you think and use the data and ask the right questions. So my time is up, and I want to appreciate that. Thank you very much.